Justin Timberlake is making headlines for the first time in years, but he has been chaotic for quite some time. Welcome to Beyond the Screen, I am Nate and these are the top 10 Justin Timberlake moments that prove karma is real. Number 10. Cry Me a River. Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake is a very catchy song, okay? It's super mean and clearly about Britney, but still, catchy. When the song was first released, Britney was sideswiped. Even the music video was clearly aimed at Britney, even casting a lookalike to play an unfaithful girlfriend. In The Woman in Me, Britney's new book, she reflected on the plot of the 2002 video, describing as a woman who looks like she cheats on him and wanders around sad in the rain, which is a very solid summation. The media backlash from the video painted Britney as a harlot who'd broken the heart of America's golden boy when she was actually comatose in Louisiana and he was happily running around Hollywood. Comatose in Louisiana sounds like the title of a book about a young man trapped in the swamps of Louisiana. I have to go write something down. Britney admitted that she was unfaithful to Justin. In a way, she kissed choreographer Wade Robson while she was still dating Timberlake. Following the split in 2002, Justin went public claiming that he would not tell anyone who his songs were actually about, telling people that they were self-explanatory. Karma came back to bite him when a book about his misdeeds was published and it sold out in the first week. It's kind of the karma that came back on the whole thing. Number 9. Palmer. Justin's current wife is no stranger to her husband being a pain in the neck. One night a few years back, Justin was spotted holding hands with his Palmer co-star Alicia Wainwright while he was still very much married to Jessica Biel. Of course, the internet being what it is, saw this man holding another woman's hand and automatically assumed that he was cheating on her, and I'm sorry, but that is silly, and if you saw that picture back in the day and thought that, then that's also silly. Justin was forced to release a public statement clarifying that he had in fact not done anything bad with his co-star at all. He had a bit too much no-no juice, he wasn't paying attention to how he was acting, He claims to have grown closer to his co-star, but in more of a brother-sister kind of way. Jessica forgave him, but he continued to showcase a pattern of careless actions, especially with his wife. He's used offensive accents and language during interviews and even while on stage performing his music, but we'll get into that in a moment. Because Justin associates himself with rap a lot, he seems to think that he's good to use slang and speak with accents that just do not sound right coming out of him. Jessica and Justin actually posted a photo together on Instagram with the caption, "Here we come and dang my wife is hot, hashtag time's up, hashtag why we wear black." Again, I'm gonna get a little deeper into that in a few minutes. For those who have forgotten, hashtag time's up and the fact that everyone was wearing black at the Grammys in 2018 was to stand in solidarity with survivors of mistreatment, so bad move. Number 8. Britney Spears. It should come as no surprise that Britney Spears is one of the first people that I'm going to be talking about on this list as someone who is the reason for karma coming on to Justin Timberlake. She literally writes about this man in her memoir so much, exposing every little secret that he once held close. The world now knows that Britney almost had a baby with him, but that he encouraged her not to have it, something that she went through with and regrets to this day. I've not personally read her book yet, however it's on my wish list, so we will see how terrible this dude really is once I get my paycheck. One thing that was revealed that is public knowledge is just how much shame Britney felt when Justin released the song Cry Me a River, which I've already talked about, which directly threw shade and blamed her. Too bad for Britney, it's very good. So many people around the world listen to Cry Me a River, where Justin claimed Britney cheated on him, while in the book she revealed the opposite happened and he actually cheated on her. Who knows what really happened? The entire argument is only solved if you choose a side, but I personally don't care, so I will let you be the judge. Number 7. Take Back the Night. It would appear that Justin has been too busy bringing stuff back for him to, do some basic research. When Justin decided to call his next single Take Back the Night, he had no idea that the same name was already trademarked by a foundation for people affected by physical mistreatment that has been holding emotionally charged campus events since the 1970s. Thankfully, the internet exists and an education did take place. Justin was forced to release a public statement apologizing for his actions he wasn't even really aware of. He said, upon the release of his new single Take Back the Night, that he was made aware of an organization of the same name called Take Back the Night Foundation. He took the opportunity to let everyone know that neither his song nor its lyrics have any association with the organization. As he learned more about the Take Back the Night Foundation, he was moved by their efforts to stop violence against women, create safe communities, and encourage respectful relationships for women, something that we all should rally on. He hoped that the coincidence would bring more awareness to the cause. His words did not make things better, considering he admitted to not knowing that the cause even existed, further showcasing the need to spread the word. The foundation sent Justin a letter claiming there would be legal action for using their name without permission, something that was eventually settled outside of court. Number 6. Impressions. Justin is a big fan of impressions, and he loves to do them at the worst times possible. There have been a few award show mishaps thanks to Justin and his ignorance. The first is when Justin imitated Prince following his passing. He took the stage to accept an award on his behalf at the Golden Globes. His impression of Prince was him crouching down so that the mic was over his head and speaking in a terrible high-pitched voice. Another incident took place a couple of years later at the American Music Awards when Justin impersonated Rihanna's mom on stage while accepting an award. He received the award for Best Male R&B Artist. First, he told his family to shut up because they were just screaming up in the balcony. He asked the audience, "How cute is Rihanna's mom?" before doing a Jamaican accent and concluding his speech with the typical "Thanks everybody." Something tells me Justin wanted a chance to do that voice in front of people, a voice that he's probably mumbled to himself time and time again. Number 5. Time's up. Sometimes people should really think before they do stuff, like when Justin and his wife Jessica Biel posted photos of themselves wearing #TimesUp pins on their way to the Golden Globes in 2018. Now yes, at that time there was a ton of online presence for the Time's Up movement. Most celebrities in attendance at the awards show that year were wearing nothing but black and wearing the support pins. The reason people were upset with Justin was because he had just started a project with Woody Allen. For those who may have forgotten, the Time's Up movement was an initiative by women in Hollywood calling for a change in the treatment of women across the board. Woody Allen is a controversial man because of a 1992 investigation into the concerns that he had physically mistreated his daughter Dylan Farrow. Woody was never formally charged with the accusations, but they followed him everywhere he went. This led many people online to call Justin out for the hypocrisy of wearing this pin while working with Woody Allen. Justin was blissfully unaware of the controversy, but apologized for it nonetheless. Number 4. Vegas. When Justin sat down for an interview with Beats Radio 1, he talked about his new album Man of the Woods, family life, and his career path. When he was asked about the possibility of taking up residency in Las Vegas, he responded by saying it was something to consider if he ever wanted to retire, that is. He continued saying that it would feel like planning a retirement, and for some reason that was scary for him to think about. A lot of performers have purchased property in Las Vegas, not as a retirement spot, but as a home base whenever they're performing for extended periods of time. The comments were considered to be very rude, especially to anyone that is not a celebrity living in Las Vegas. According to Justin, everyone in town is in their retirement stage and they're just all old people walking with canes. He's received a fair share of backlash for the comments, but has yet to purchase property in town, so now we'll see, maybe he'll do it just to save face. Number 3. Janet Jackson. In 2004, a wardrobe malfunction shook the world because it was 2004 and it was pretty tame that year. Janet Jackson and Justin were performing together during the halftime show at the Super Bowl when Justin accidentally exposed Janet's left member to the audience. According to Justin's team, he was only meant to remove a rubber part of the costume to reveal a red lace bra. MTV released a statement claiming that the situation was unrehearsed, unplanned, and inconsistent with the assurances they had about the content of the performers. They claimed that they had no idea that this was even happening until the very last minute. In fact, for some reason, Janet received most of the backlash for the event when it was Justin who ripped her shirt off in front of a crowd. Janet released a public apology basically absolving MTV of any wrongdoing, but Justin's apology was just a little harder to watch. At that year's Grammy Awards, Justin took the stage to accept an award for Best Male Pop Performance for Cry Me a River, as I've said, catchy song. In order for him to be allowed on stage though, he was made to issue a public apology for the Janet Jackson incident. The dumbest thing about the whole thing is that Janet was the one who apologized first when she basically had no control over what was happening. Meanwhile, Justin was just given a little love tap on the wrist and sent off to do whatever he does. Number 2. Prince in general. Now, holograms are slowly becoming more and more normalized in the world. I was at a carnival over the summer and literally saw a row of holographic projectors showcasing company logos and game items, and I can't tell you how confusing and cool that is at the same time. The late great musician Prince made his views on holograms very public before he passed away. In his world, the idea of projecting a hologram, especially someone who has passed away, is demonic. It's like you're taking their soul and exploiting it. So So when Justin started talking about using a hologram of Prince to perform alongside of him at the Super Bowl, Prince's former drummer and his ex-fiancée told him that that was not happening. Prince made his views very clear and his wishes are no fakers. Justin initially agreed, but instead of performing with a hologram, a compromise was made where a large sheet was dropped over the stage and a projection of Prince singing a track from his Purple Rain album was thrown on. Now, while it's not a hologram, this is still super creepy and made a lot of people very uncomfortable. Number 1. Jessica Simpson. Betting your friend to do something stupid? Alright, cool, that's fun. Betting your friend to do something to another person? It's kinda gross, so no thank you. Of course, in this case, the bet was made when Justin and his childhood friend Ryan Gosling were 12 years old. The bet was to see who could kiss a certain girl first, and that girl was Jessica Simpson. As luck would have it, Jessica and Justin crossed paths a few times over the years and eventually sparked a romantic connection in 2006 following Simpson's split from Nick Lachey. During their brief romance, she recalls a time when she spotted Justin texting someone, like moments after they had just locked lips. To her, this meant that maybe she did a bad job or he was messaging another girl, but it turned out that he was actually texting Ryan Gosling, Ken himself, just to let him know that he lost a bet. She then admitted that she actually had a small crush on Ryan growing up and that Justin was very lucky to have gotten there first. They of course broke up, but Jessica has very little to say in negative reference to Justin, so sorry I don't have more. Those are the 10 times that karma reared its ugly head against Justin Timberlake. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like on the channel and follow us for more celebrity content each and every day. Thank you for stopping beyond the screen, and we'll see you next time.